not my king. Charles in hot water as protesters shout and throw eggs at him on a visit to York. Police tackled a man to the ground after he attempted to throw eggs at King Charles on a visit to York today. A man has been detained by police after appearing to throw eggs at King Charles during a walkabout in York today. Accompanied by Queen Camilla, the monarch was speaking with some of the fans lined in the street ahead of his much-anticipated engagement at York Minster when a protester seemingly attempted to hit the sovereign and his wife by pelting them with 4 eggs, some of which landed within a foot of the king. He was also heard shouting, "This country was built on the blood of slaves." As the eggs landed, a suited protection officer positioned himself next to Charles and briefly held his shoulder. Several police officers quickly restrained the man believed to have thrown the eggs and bundled him to the ground while onlookers and royal fans expressed their sympathy to Charles. Some were heard screaming "Shame on you" at the protester while others cheered on the sovereign by chanting "God save the king." Charles and Camilla, who were not hit by the protester, kept their calm and, seemingly unflustered, continued their walkabout accompanied by city dignitaries. They later waved goodbye to the cheering crowd and made their way to the cathedral to attend a service. North Yorkshire Police mentioned the incident in a statement shared just before 1 p.m., writing, "Thousands of people lined the streets in the city centre. A few spectators were lucky enough to meet their Royal Highnesses before they left our area and headed for South Yorkshire. A well-rehearsed security operation was in place to ensure the safety of the King and Queen Consort. A 23-year-old man was arrested on a suspicion of a public order offence following an incident on Micklegate in York. He currently remains in police custody." King Charles believes that Britain's role in the transatlantic slave trade should not be hidden, his goddaughter said yesterday. Fiona Compton, 41, whose father was Sir John Compton, former Prime Minister of St. Lucia, revealed that she and the King have been speaking about the need for openness when discussing Britain's historical role in the horrific global trade. She said, "He is ready to have active conversations about Britain's relationship with the slave trade. He agrees this is British history, and it should not be hidden." Miss Compton showed Charles her slave-themed artwork in Leeds as he visited World Reimagined, a project involving trails of large globe sculptures in cities across the UK created by artists to bring to life the impact of the transatlantic slave trade. Speaking afterwards, she added, "It's early days and positive conversations and willingness for openness and engagement. The project and conversations is about engaging British history in the slave trade and having open and meaningful conversations about it. It's ongoing conversations." He says he is ready to speak on it. He is ready to have conversations on and see what work can be done. "We've been having the conversations for a while. There's no talk of reparations. It's not solely for the British monarchy, it's for British people to have these conversations." At the end of the campaign, the sculptures will be auctioned to raise funds to support projects to promote racial justice. Miss Compton, an historian, artist and official ambassador for London's Notting Hill Carnival, was born in St. Lucia, where her father became the first Prime Minister after independence from Britain in 1979. She showed the King her Palace of the Peacock artwork. Charles arrived to huge cheers outside Leeds Central Library and Art Gallery and met Mason Hicks, 10, the Leeds children's mayor, who presented the King with a birthday card ahead of his 74th birthday next week.